Good afternoon, traders. My name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a Chief Analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is Daily Analytical Report, where I will show you good trading occasions and we will discuss what happened from the fundamental point of view. What are the news that are influencing the market the most? Yesterday we finished Daily Analytical Report when Mario Draghi was starting his press conference. I told you that from the technical point of view, the situation on euro dollar is bullish, and if there was no Mario Draghi, I would buy euro dollar. At the same time, I also told you that it's very risky to use technical analysis ahead of such an important event like a press conference from Mario Draghi. This time, this signal from technical analysis played well. And was supported by fundamentals, or fundamentals were supporting the technical situation. When Mario Draghi was speaking, we got a huge upswing, almost 200 pips. This movement is sustained today. Euro dollar is almost, we made new yearly highs. We beat highs from last year, and we are very close to the highs from 2015. We are at the highest level since, I guess, August 2015. So the FX market perceived the speech Mario Draghi as very, very hawkish. That was the reaction on euro dollar, and not only on euro. Also, at the same time, we have a weakness of American dollar, right, which just increases the momentum for the upswing on euro dollar. We do have political problems in US. Well, we're having those problems for a long time, but we're getting new information that are just influencing negatively the American dollar. I will show you the calendar now. I guess today, we are still digesting what happened yesterday with Mario Draghi, with the press conference from ECB. So the forex market is relatively quiet, I would say. What the instruments where we do have nice movements and we do have interesting setups, interesting situation is oil and DAX, German index. We're telling you for some time that strong euro is negatively influencing German companies because Germany is one of the top exporters in the world, and you probably know that, but it's nice to remind you that when you have an exporting country, weak currency supports export, and strong currency negatively affects the export. So, as I told you, euro is the strongest since almost 2 years. As we said, since August 2015, and that can negatively influence future profits, current profits of German companies. So, usually, for example, DAX and S&P 500, they come together, but now we can see a huge divergence. So S&P 500 is making new highs. Yesterday they made new highs, and DAX is fighting on a very important support. And if the support will be broken, they will have huge troubles. What is still today in the calendar, we do have a data from Canada, pack of data actually, CPI being the most important. So if you're having a position on Canadian dollar, or thinking about opening a position on Canadian dollar, keep that in mind, that in 26 minutes we should get a little bit bigger volatility on the market. So it was all about the Mario Draghi yesterday. We got movement on Australian dollar. Actually, for the last 2 days, we're having a bit of a roller coaster on Australian dollar. Yesterday, it was caused by the Reserve Bank of Australia deputy, who said that there's no significance in the board's neutral rate discussion. That was the information that before that, when it was showed, it caused Australian dollar to go up. Now, when deputy governor said that there is no significance in board, Australian dollar went significantly lower. Now we're seeing a bearish movement on oil, which I will explain you what's happening here from the technical point of view in a second. But first, I would like to finish with the fundamentals. But I guess that's also, we're still digesting the Mario Draghi speech from yesterday. I won't tell you exactly what he said, because in my opinion, as a technical trader, it's not really important for you to understand what is quantitative easing, how it works, etc. I advise you to actually know less to earn more money, because you don't need to know that to trade profitably. You just need to see the price, how the price reacts on that, and how traders trade that, not what they think about that, right? Because those are completely two other things, and you earn money on trading, not on thinking what it can mean or something like that, right? So I advise you just to stick to the trading part of trading, because many traders, they try to be economists, not traders, which in my opinion is bad for their results. All right, oil. We can start with oil. Why not? Because that's a very interesting situation. This is H4 chart, so those period separators show you weeks. And this week, yesterday, on hourly chart, you can see days. Yesterday, we made new midterm highs. We were on the highest levels since the 7th of June. So we were on the highest levels in almost 2 months, right? And from the highest levels in almost 2 months, we went very fast to the sell signal. Why there's a sell signal here now? Because we had this inverse head and shoulder formation, left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, and that orange area was a very important resistance. Why it was a resistance? Because it was a support here, resistance here, resistance and a support here, resistance here, and in the same time it was 50% Fibonacci level. So price went above, triggering buy signal, but they couldn't hold the price above this level, which actually triggered a sell signal, because that's a false breakout. That is a false breakout, and itself it creates a sell signal. Also, it is supported by breaking the lower line of the channel up formation, and also by breaking 50% Fibonacci level. That's just a broken support, false breakout. That two factors together gives us a sell signal. First potential target for this movement should be the blue line, midterm uptrend line here. It depends. It's a dynamic support. So we can go here, but we can also go here, right? But that's the base scenario for oil, in my opinion, that the oil in the next few days should go down. I'm not a fan of opening positions on Friday. I try not to open a position and have it opened on the weekend. When I open, for example, on Tuesday and the situation still looks good on the weekend, I can keep it, right? But opening on Friday for the purpose of keeping it opened the weekend is not my game. I don't like it. And that's not how I trade. I try to limit the risk, and I think that keeping the position open over the weekend is risky. It increases the risk of the investment, and in my opinion, real traders, profitable traders, should limit the risk as much as possible. So this is the situation on oil, which in my opinion is bearish. And then there is DAX. DAX, which is defending this support, actually was defending 12,350 points. It was defending it for the third time in last month. It was a resistance here. After the breakout, it became support, 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 support. But it looks like this support will be broken now. Yellow area was already broken, but we have the last support here created by those tails, not even by bodies, but by tails. And there is a high chance that this one will be broken as well. So far it brings us a small correction, right? But the sentiment is very negative, because we can see that that there is a huge selling pressure here. Most probably, right, this level will attract few buyers, because they see the support here. A few sellers will close their position taking profits, so it also will accelerate the movement up. But in general, the rising pressure for the last few days, for the last few weeks, because it's been weeks, 3 weeks, rising pressure in the last 3 weeks shows that there is demand does not have power here, and the supply is slowly taking the control over. And in my opinion, the downswing is more probable here. And on the other hand, on the completely other side of the market, we do have S&P 500, which this is our daily chart. So you can see yesterday we made all-time highs again, and now we're having a small correction. So compare that movement on DAX to this one on S&P 500. S&P 500 does not care about DAX. They have their own game, and they play that game only to one goal, right? There is no other way. Price acts like they forgot that they can go both ways. They don't need that. They are just pushing forward, and the price is just going higher. I don't really see any sell signal here. I think that first sell signal will be created once we'll get under 2,407 points to 2,405 points. But to that, oh man, we do have like 70 points. A lot. So short-term correction, yes. Reversal, no way. No signal for a possible reversal whatsoever. As long as we stay above the gray line, the sentiment is definitely very positive. Okay, those were two indexes on oil. Interesting things going on there, especially on DAX and WTI. Not so much in terms of the interesting things on S&P 500, but depends what do you like. Now let's move to the Forex market. Let me start with cable. I was waiting for the price to get here, but they didn't want. They didn't want to touch my ultimate support here. Well, fair enough, they went higher before that, so to that ultimate support we missed like 14 pips. Maybe they will try another time. But the thing is that that's what we were expecting, a downswing, a bounce from this area, and an upswing. That's what's happening. And this famous euro dollar, look at that on a weekly chart. We beat those highs. We almost beat those highs from August 2015. We missed like 30 pips. And now I think that the closest aim will be this gray area. Gray area is from here is 400 pips higher. at the same time we would beat the highs from 2015, which are here, and we would be on the highest level since December 2014. Well, this area looks potentially strong for a resistance. Maybe we'll have a take profit action here. We'll see. So far so good. Obviously we're having new higher highs on euro dollar. On a daily chart, maybe that can be a start of a take profit action, shooting star here, but still have a lot of time till the end of the day, so we'll have to wait for the situation to develop. Definitely there is a positive sentiment here, and there is no sell signal here whatsoever yet. Only shooting star here and the presence of this resistance. I don't think it will be enough for a sell signal. At least for me, because you know that I'm a trend follower, so I need to go counter trade. I need much more signals. American dollar to Canadian dollar, we were indicating a possibility of an upswing yesterday, where the price was almost breaking this upper line. It didn't happen. We made new lows. And here we just have to wait for the data. Worse data can promote the upswing here, breakout of the channel down formation. In case this breakout will happen, the first potential target for this pair will be downtrend line here, this blue one. American dollar to Swiss franc. Here I love this situation. We broke one horizontal support, and now we are targeting the second one. As you can see here, Swiss franc is very strong against dollar at the moment. We are on the lowest levels since May 2016. Once we will break this tail, we will be on the lowest level since August 2015. Sentiment is definitely negative, even that we are above an important support, but we do not see any bullish action here whatsoever. But again, American dollar is declining very sharply for the past few weeks, days, and every single day when the dollar is getting deeper and deeper, that creates a chance for a stronger reversal, and many traders selling here will be caught off the guard soon, really, because the correction will happen. It most probably will be very sharp and volatile, and those who enter the market late, they will be caught off the guard and probably will lose some money. This is this Australian dollar to American dollar. You see positive information, negative information, a bit of a roller coaster on top. That was kind of a head and shoulder formation here. Left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. It didn't play out. Sentiment, yes, it's obviously positive, still positive. But Australian dollar to American dollar can undergo a correction here, because this upswing is very steep, strong. It's hard to continue such movements without any correction. So in my opinion, here the correction should happen. American dollar to Mexican peso. Yesterday there was a chance for a bullish correction here, but it was wasted, and the price is pushing lower again. Chances that we will get there to this support are very high, but I don't think they will do that without a correction. You can see that from the beginning of the month they dropped the drop was very strong. We still have 1 week of trading, and I think there's a chance that this movement will be corrected. Gold is having a nice technical action. We are on the highest level since end of June, so that was a positive July. Let me see the weekly chart and maybe a monthly. Okay, monthly chart is a beautiful hammer. Well, we got two hammers recently and they didn't help a lot, but it does not look so bad. Let me show you that from on H4, because the situation is more interesting here and at the same time more clear, at least for me. We had a downswing, we had a channel down formation which ended with the inverse head and shoulder formation. We broke the neckline, we broke the trend line, and the price created channel up formation. These black lines. We have a nice support here, orange one. We have another one here, a green one. And we have a potential target here. I think that there is a very big chance that the price will get there. They will try to test this resistance, which is on 1,258, 59 dollars per ounce. This support was important in May, and in June, after the breakout, it was important in June as well. So from the technical point of view, that should work out. So short-term, mid-term scenario for gold, in my opinion, is an upswing here. What will happen here, we will see. We have to wait. I'm not looking here at the longer term. It's a mid-term analysis for gold. And brother silver, last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trading days positive. Maybe this one not. Open, close. Yes, this one was negative, but that was just a small change. V-shape retracement, but we're still below the trend line, so it's not so great. But V-shape retracement here gives chances for a further upswing. All they need for creating a bullish signal here is price closing above the blue line. As long as we are below a blue line and a green resistance, the sentiment is negative. Still, American dollar to Polish zloty, that's a good one. From 420 to 27 for 426. We are on 363, and in my opinion we should get at least to 350. That's a huge decline, very that's a game changer for the industry, for many people who wants to buy, for example, something from United States. As long as we stay below the upper blue line and the green area, I think the sentiment is negative and we should decline further. And in my opinion, the first potential target for this drop should be here, 352. That can be a stop for the bears. From this point, a deeper correction can start. American dollar to Japanese yen. They want to go deeper. That's what we said in the analysis, that there is a head and shoulder formation. First potential target is here. And we saw take profit action here, right? The price bounced from this level, but the selling pressure is high and most probably will test this lower red line here. If the price will manage to close below this level, because as you can see it didn't, that can trigger a sell signal with a potential movement of 170 pips, so pretty strong sell signal here. Euro to Japanese yen. You can see nice upswing here caused by Mario Draghi. But this movement was stronger on euro dollar because of what I said also, that it's not only Mario Draghi, it's also weaker dollar. Trend line here, Fibonacci's, maybe that's a good support here on the orange one. But the thing is that here there is a buy signal, definitely. Australian dollar to Japanese yen is bouncing from a very important resistance, which creates a short-term occasion for going short here, at least at the trend line. That's not the strongest signal I saw in my life, but still an interesting one. New Zealand dollar to Japanese yen, that indicates a possible breakout. That indicates a possible bullish breakout here, but again, I wouldn't open a position now. I would wait for this breakout. I would wait for the price to go for the highest level since June 2015. So for a buy signal, I need to see the price closing around this checkpoint. If the daily candle will close around this checkpoint, that opens a good opportunity for long-term long position, actually with a positive swaps. New Zealand dollar to Japanese yen specification. You get, for a long position, you get a nice swap. That can be an interesting option for carry traders, for position investors who can open this position and hold it for a long time, for a few weeks or months, because there is a very positive situation here. Actually, the best one ever was exactly here. That was June 2016. It's a pity we didn't do anything there. Bottom of the head of this inverse head and shoulder formation, bouncing of the horizontal support. Now you would get swaps for a year and 1,400 pips profit. That was a sweet one, a good one. Actually, I'm gonna think about opening a long position here. I'm gonna keep my eye on this instrument because it can potentially be a very, very, very good trade. This resistance here. They need to break this resistance. Maybe this checkpoint a bit lower, and that will be a sweet. That not will be, can be a sweet deal. British pound to Japanese yen. They didn't manage to break this horizontal resistance here. So if the price does not want to go up, probably will go down. That's what they're saying, and they broke this horizontal support, which was significant. As you can see, they even used that as a resistance. So in the midterm on British pound to Japanese yen, we do have a sell signal. And last but not least, American dollar to Chinese yuan, offshore yuan. What do we have here is a kind of a double bottom formation, but for a typical double bottom formation, we need to see a price lower than those lows. Okay. Than those lows. Sentiment here in the long term is still positive because we are above this green support. We are above 38.2 Fibonacci level, so there is a correction of an upswing, and we didn't even manage to correct 38.2. The sentiment is positive, but there's no buy signal yet. Buy signal will be created once the price will break the upper line of the flag, because so far we are inside of the trend continuation pattern, so actually the price can continue to go down. Actually, it would be great if I see a price here and I would see a bounce here from this point. That would be a very strong signal. So in the short-term situation is rather negative, but the long-term sentiment is positive. So again, it's not the best instrument to buy. I think there are much more setups here which provide good trading opportunity. In 5 seconds we'll have a data from Canada, important data, so let's see the market reaction here. And the data is most probably slightly better than expected because Canadian dollar was a bit stronger for the first few seconds. This movement is mostly caused by algorithms. So most probably data a little bit better than expected. But that's just the first reaction. We will see how the movement will go once this data will be digested. So again, well, recently what I'm seeing is that fundamental analysis comes together with technical. So the fundamental data just proves the signal from the technical analysis, which makes me happy because it does not interfere with my charts, with my lines on charts, supports, resistances. I'm happy with that. Thank you very much, guys, for watching Daily Analytical Report. Remember, for more trading Caucasians views, sentiments, articles, visit our Twitter account and our website.